Welcome back everybody. As always, my name is Trey and I'll be hosting yet another video. After seeing the positive feedback on our last analysis video, we've decided to make even more analysis content. This time it's going to be the recent T1 Valorant Showdown tournament between two popular teams with T1 versus Team Ninja Game 2 on Split. Obviously, if you watch Pro Valorant, you'll know T1 is very much so favored as they have higher caliber players on their roster coming from a very similar game in Counter-Strike. However, in this match, I really like the strategy and positioning Team Ninja had and how they won some of their rounds. I bet they put a lot of thinking and practice into their game beforehand, and I have to respect them for putting up a fight against T1. Not a lot of teams in the world can pick up even a few rounds against a championship caliber team like T1. So with that being said, our question of the day is, do you think the operator deserves to be nerfed? Recently, I've been seeing a lot of pros complaining about the operator. When compared to CSGO, there's not as much utility in Valorant to get operators off the angle. In CSGO, every person on the team is able to always get 2 flashes and a smoke, which is a total of 10 flashes and 5 smokes to combat against ops. However, in Valorant, each agent only has smokes and flashes limited to their kit. If you only have like 1 Phoenix, you'll only have 2 flashes plus however smokes you'll have. Plus those flashes curve, so it's less reliable to hit operators holding longer angles, meaning operators are much harder to disrupt in Valorant and definitely easier to use. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Starting off in the first round, we already see some great aggression coming from Team Ninja. I'm loving the setup I'm seeing from them. They're doing a 1-3-1 with emphasis on taking mid control with the Omen smoke on sewers and Raze boombot while Sova recon darts A main. The recon dart will give them information if T1 are around A main, which will allow Team Ninja to rotate. They also have Sage alone at B to single-handedly solo push with the wall and slow orbs if T1 does decide to go 5B. This is a very well thought out defensive aggression by Team Ninja to kind of dictate the pace early on. However, we also see an interesting fake by T1 here by sending 3 up the A ramp paired with an Omen smoke coming from B main. T1 has the bomb near the B side, so they want to end B. Sony hears T1 stomping up the ramp, so he calls for the rotation. Sony is watching A main, so he knows that all of them are going ramp and tells that to his rotator Ninja. Ninja proceeds to then hit a fat paranoia but can't land a headshot and he goes down. It was a perfect setup by him, but he just misses the shots. He has to hit those in a tournament setting. Even though Ninja goes down, Sony and Grego both get a kill each, leading to a pretty good position for Team Ninja. From what I'm seeing, it looks like T1 wanted to wall so they can go into vent room and then go to B tower to split B. Very interesting strategy that would have worked really well if they didn't lose so many people. Brax then tries to make some more noise and back up, but since T1 gave up mid control at the start, Morgaus is in a great position and finishes off Brax from behind. T1's plan does succeed and they do get into the B bomb site for free, but at the sacrifice of 3 players. Since T1 are down in man advantage, they decide they have to make a play and equalize out. So you see here Food TPing to the rafters and going aggressive. To the viewers, remember that when you are down man advantage, you have to go and try to take duels to win the round. If you sit on site, you'll eventually just get swarmed and traded out. Try going for picks like what Food is doing here. Food does an amazing job, as you can see here, as he gets 3 kills in quick succession, while Crashies picks up 1 for himself. Absolute delight to watch. One key thing here that you'll notice is since Team Ninja doesn't have a Cypher, it's a lot easier to abuse their B site. With no tripwire or cam, they don't have a lot of information, so they were very slow on the rotation to B. Sony also should have waited for Lex a bit to pair up. Instead, he doesn't expect Food to be so forward and he gets killed. Morgaus was also a little bit too far from Grego and can't get traded like that. In a 4v2, the best chances of winning a round is to buddy up and trade each other out. It's a lot easier said than done though. Against a team like T1, it's very hard, but you at least have to try it out. After a quick anti-eco by T1, we're moving into the first gun round. Pretty standard 1-2-2 by Team Ninja, and for T1 it looks like another B hit. Again, with no Cypher B, it looks like B will be the target yet again. You'll also notice T1 is sticking to their Spectres from second round as they are confident in their aim and also saves them a lot of money to be able to buy next round if needed. Morgaus is actually going glass canning here for Team Ninja, meaning an operator with no shields and going to hold Ramen from vent room. Beautiful jump strafe peek by Skadoodle to bait out the initial op shot. If you're having trouble with the operators, learn from this clip. After Scott baits out the shot, T1 quickly pushes out and takes round before the operator can re-peek. Here, T1 begin to run into Ninja with again another great paranoia coming out, but he doesn't peek off of it. If Ninja is going to throw out that paranoia, they should be playing one close to vents to peek off the flash alongside him. Instead, they just play passive, which won't win them the game. They have to peek and try to get kills there with the flash setup they have, but after the sequence, Food gets into deep positions into vents somehow, but gets a little too eager and gets picked off. T1 were looking to hit B, and if Food was just lurking in vents for rotation, that would have been amazing. But I get why he peeked though. He saw the shock dart from Sova and really wanted to kill that Sova, but Raze was there ready to kill him. T1 all group into B main and can do this safely because they have a Cypher camera mid and a trap wire at A main. They all wait for the stage wall to come down naturally and do their setup by walling the cross and breach flashing in. Lex had no utility here, but I feel like he should have gotten at least one person coming in. With that, T1 gets the entry and the site. It becomes a 4v4 retake, but T1 is very cramped and have little to no space to work with. In this situation, I think they had to push CT aggressively with Cypher's cage and with somebody else. Since they are so cramped on the site, it gives defenders so much area to retake with and they don't have to clear as many angles. Really good retake as Grego picks up a 3k, but Team Ninja only comes out with 2 alive, meaning their economy is not great, while T1 had 3 Spectres from the previous round, so they can still fully buy. More rounds go by and we get to the 6th round 4-1 in favor of T1. Team Ninja desperately wants to salvage this game by making a stand here. If they lose this round, the game seems pretty much done. Again, everything looks like a standard default here at the beginning by both teams. This round, however, is a nice little play by Team Ninja. Ninja smokes deep into mid, and paired with the recon bolt by Sony, they actually had a good chance to pick off Sage behind this smoke. He can't completely finish the Sage off, but he has insane timing on AZK as he catches him on the reload. He tries to go for more with the paranoia into Ramen, but he gets quickly shut down by Skadoodle. Really respect that he goes for the play, trying to spark it up for his team, but due to him not being able to get Sage, T1 is able to resurrect AZK, so his efforts were in vain as T1 regains man advantage. After that, Crashies walks close up to vents and gets a breach flash for a kill onto Grego. With Crashies in the vents cutting off rotations, T1 again decide to hit B. Crashies is making his impact felt as he gets another kill in the vents, and they know at most only one is on B, so they full send it packing into B. Moving on to round 8, we see this time T1 is going for a clear aggressive A hit. As usual, Crashies is watching the flank with his trap wires and spy cam and will lurk mid. The rest of T1 decide to smoke out A main and then work their way into A after the smoke fades. Food paranoias and that signals T1 to go in. Sony drones through the smoke and sees a lot pushing in, so he decides to use Hunter's Fury to try and pick them off coming into the choke. At the same time, with all this chaos going on, Ninja actually uses ultimate to go into T1's back line. With so many different angles to watch, this becomes an impossible round to win. Team Ninja is coming from screens, heaven, A ramp, as well as A main flank. What T1 needed to do here was deal with the Omen ulti together and back up and reset. Or they could have fast pushed onto site and stay alive to let Crashies flank. The biggest factor here for Team Ninja was the Hunter's Fury stalling the push and creating chaos while Ninja TPs behind and gets the kill at the flank. That was huge. Team Ninja get a nice little second win, but they're still down 2-6. Moving on to round 13, after a few crushing rounds by T1, they are unfortunately really up ahead by 10-2, but Team Ninja still has fight in them. Team Ninja goes for a 2-2-1 default with the bomb towards B, so we're expecting a B hit here. For our defenders, T1 actually has 4 people mid. Due to the Cypher cam and trapwire, they feel like it's not going to be a fast B take, and even if it is, they're confident they'll be able to retake it. They go for a double flash play with breach flashing above the vent room wall and Omen paranoia towards sewers. Pretty sick play, but just a tad missed time as they don't really blind anyone and actually lose food in the process. AZK then also tries to peek mid from mailroom and then dies. After a quick pickup by both Crashies and Skadoodle, it turns into a 3v3. I really don't like how Crashies is grabbing the orb in the middle of a B take. He thought it was clear since he got the initial pick, but Ninja comes after him and gets him after his paranoia. Trades come out and it turns to a 1v1 between Brax and Ninja. Ninja grabs the bomb and runs out to rotate mid and tries to cut off Brax's rotation. Really smart play. Brax then gets caught out by Ninja's timing as he switches to watch the B ropes and gets shot in the back of the head. Another round for Team Ninja. It's then round 17 and T1 are on match point. Team Ninja have to pull something out of the bag. Team Ninja decided to do a 5A. T1 seemed to have a good read on this as they had 3A initially, but then Brax rotates off a little bit. Team Ninja try to brute force their way into A main by smoking ramp and pushing through the enemy smoke, but gets shut down by Food and AZK's Rolling Thunder. Food gets a 3k, but Sony and Ninja get a kill each, making it a 2v3. Crashies then proceeds to wide swing A ramp and die to Lex, which actually gives him resurrection. Lex was actually sitting on 6 out of 7 on the res, so it was a huge kill for Lex and Team Ninja. Lex revives Sony and they're up a man advantage. Team Ninja decides to run B as they think T1 have both rotated their players to A, which is the correct read. They get onto B and Ninja peeks aggressively to get a kill onto the rotating Brax. Skadoodle is then all alone and walks into Ninja's crosshair. The story here was the great initial 2 kills by Food, but then he got greedy and pushed through his own Omen smoke and died. I'll say this time and time again, but after you get man advantage, you shouldn't push and be greedy. You will get punished as you see here. Round 18, T1 is still on match point. They decide to do a double push B main with Skadoodle's op. Crashy spots a little bit of Ninja, but Ninja hits another great paranoia and gets the initial kill. Team Ninja then starts to group up and hit A. After the breach flash, Food wants to peek, but Sony starts up his Hunter's Fury. I would have liked to see a drone attack first by Sony, but I think he was saving it for entering onto the A site with it. With Hunter's Fury, he does do some damage and push Food off of Heaven though. With that, they push through A main and Ninja gets the second kill onto AZK on Heaven. Team Ninja are in a very good spot here, but the Jet Smoke is a little misplaced. Food finds the gap in the Jet Smoke and Paranoia is out and gets 2 kills. After a few trades, it's left to a 2v1 versus Morgaus. Morgaus gets the first, but he gets traded out by Skadoodle's operator. And with that, T1 completes the match and the series. And that'll be it for our video. Thank you guys so much for sticking around to the end. Even though it wasn't a super competitive game, I think Team Ninja had some solid ideas prepared for this match. I really liked a lot of their ideas they tried on paper, but the execution was just a little bit off. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. More will be coming out in the future for sure. As always, my name is Trey, and I'll catch y'all next time. Peace out, guys. Peace.